Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
I was almost kicked out of the palace if not for the grace of God, if not for the fact that my hands were clean and God knows that all the time I got involved in every evil thing or negative thing was because I was misled. I was almost kicked out of the palace because the same sister that you're talking about set me up with my aunt. Look at her, go and ask her. Ask her if she did not set me up. She worked strategically with my aunt to make me look bad and to make it look as if I was the one who was responsible for removing Naomi's name from the palace register. She worked with my aunt because she knew that at the end of the day, if anything goes wrong, they will suspect me completely. Yes, that was why she brought that woman in. I call her my sister. God forbid she can never be my sister. Dela right, it's not a small thing, no. It is just now that we are hearing that. You remember that drama where they went to go and remove Queen Naomi's name from the palace register and frame up that Akowi Oba. Is it Akowi Oba? I don't know. Yes, I think something like that. Remember that incident? That everybody thought that it was Blublo. Everybody thought that it was Blublo because the aunt was involved. And Blublo came out and started crying that she's got absolutely nothing to do with what happened. That woman they are calling the aunt is not the aunt. That if that woman sees a way to push her out of the palace, that woman will do. The woman does not like her. The woman does not, want anything good to happen to her. That the woman is not her aunt. People should stop calling that woman her aunt. Now, that gist now was there like that, and all of a sudden we didn't hear anything again. Basically, the reason why you don't continue to hear things is because they try to cover up everything so that things will not escalate. And you know how the media and everybody takes all of these things, okay? We didn't hear anything again. We didn't know that they had already finished investigation and they found out that the culprit was even Ebony, that it was Ebony. That is why Blublo is saying now, for the first time because of anger, she's saying that how can they call Ebony her sister? Sister as what? That she cannot begin to count the things that Ebony has done to her that would have ended her out of the palace of the Ooni of Ife. That would have pushed her out of the palace of the Ooni of Ife. And one of those was removing Naomi's name from the palace register. And because of the person that Ebony worked with, everybody suspected her. As a matter of fact, before she even knew what was going on, they had already found her guilty for something she knew nothing about. Then how can they call that woman her aunt? How can they? That a woman that if that woman see anything that will even buy her, that the woman will give to her. That Ebony knew everything she was doing from the very beginning. She was very strategic so that because she knew that something might go wrong. And a lot of things have happened in the palace. And when they happen, they are swept under the carpet because the palace will always do everything that is within their power to protect themselves, protect their image. Then at the end of the day, people will continue to suspect her. Everybody said she was the one. Meanwhile, it was Ebony that brought that woman in. That are they pretending they don't know? That are they pretending that they don't know what happened? And that thing did not only affect Ebony, the Oloris at the time. It affected Akowi Oba. Akowi Oba was crying like a child. And you sit here and you call this person my sister. How can you call her my sister? You call her my sister as what? How dare you call her my sister? I said there's nothing we will not hear. So actually that framing up the king's scribe, was Ebony too. Hey, let me shout. It is not a small something that we are hearing. Dela, right, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. And still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? Happy weekends to you. I love you. I share. I do well, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It's not a small thing that we are hearing. They said this woman was the same person responsible for that. That woman don't fight Naomi. That woman don't fight Naomi. It's just by the grace of God that Naomi is still surviving in that palace. Naomi is still surviving in the life of the Ooni of Ife, or the heart of the Ooni of Ife, because these people, they are ready to do and undo Olori Naomi. But God beat past all of them. Imagine that they had not discovered that. Imagine that everybody had just thought that everything was okay. Naomi's name would have quietly been out of, the palace register. Ooni probably wouldn't have known. Everybody would have been thinking Naomi is still there, married to the Ooni of Ife, and then one day, it would have just been a very big disaster. It is not a small thing. But we give God the glory for everything that has happened. Dela, right, may God help us all. May God help us all. You carry yourself and you were there. They left you and they married Olori Naomi. They brought Naomi into the palace. That's your biggest problem. Did Naomi marry herself? If you were that important to Ooni of Ife, why didn't he marry you? You were there. He left you, went and proposed to Olori Naomi, married the woman, ran 13 rituals with the woman, and brought the woman to the palace. And God will not leave you. God. They said Blublo cried. And cried. And cried. And cried. Over what she would call the biggest betrayer ever. She cried because the family, they are outside there making assumption, not knowing what is happening inside the palace. They don't know anything. They say after hearing this, some of the people who were supporting Ebony who didn't know, they just turned their back. They could not believe what they were hearing. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.